What if the summer love story you thought you knew was about to turn upside down? Imagine the heartbreaks, the secrets, and the promises finally colliding in one unforgettable moment. The season has been filled with tears, laughter, and choices no one could undo. But in the 12th episode, everything changes. A proposal. A decision that will define forever. The question is, whose forever will it be? From the very first day at Cousins Beach, the air has always felt heavy with something unspoken, something bigger than just friendship, bigger than just a summer fling. Belly has always been caught between two brothers, two hearts, two futures. For years, the love triangle was more than just a storyline. It was a storm building, waiting for the perfect time to break. And now, in episode 12, that storm has arrived. We've watched Belly grow from a girl dreaming of summer kisses to a young woman forced to face the weight of real choices. Conrad steady, complicated, and broken in ways only Belly understands. Jeremiah warm, unpredictable, and willing to fight for love, even when it costs him everything. Their rivalry isn't just about winning her heart, it's about survival. The pain of losing her has driven them both to the edge, but now one of them is about to risk it all with the boldest move yet. The season has teased us with stolen glances, whispered conversations, and nights filled with regret. Every smile hid a secret, and every promise carried a lie. And as we inch closer to the finale, it feels like the entire weight of summer rests on one single choice. Belly is no longer just choosing between Conrad and Jeremiah, she is choosing between the past and the future, between safety and risk, between comfort and fire. But here's the truth. This moment isn't just about Belly, it's about what love can do when it pushes people to their limits. It's about the way summer has a cruel way of bringing everything to light, the memories we try to bury, the feelings we try to hide, the mistakes we wish we could undo. And when one of them finally gathers the courage to propose, it won't just be a simple question. It will be an earthquake that shakes every corner of Cousins Beach. Think about it. All the tension, all the longing, all the heartbreak from the beginning of the season has been leading us here. Episode 12 isn't just another chapter. It's the moment everything unravels. It's where love stops being a game and becomes a choice with real consequences. No matter who gets down on one knee, someone will walk away shattered. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. Because in the end, love stories aren't about perfection. They're about chaos, risk, and the courage to stand up and say, "This is my choice. The proposal is coming," and it's not just the end of a summer romance. It's the start of a decision that will echo long after the sun sets on Cousins Beach. Every love story has a breaking point, a moment when hearts can no longer hide behind smiles or jokes, when every unspoken word demands to be heard. In Season 3, Episode 12, that breaking point is no longer on the horizon, it's here. Cousins Beach, once the backdrop of innocent laughter, now feels like a stage where every secret is ready to burst into the open. Belly has been torn apart by choices she never asked for, choices that feel heavier with every passing summer. Her heart remembers Conrad, the boy who knew her before the world grew complicated, the boy whose silence was as loud as thunder, whose presence made her feel both safe and unsteady all at once. But Jeremiah, with his golden warmth and restless energy, has shown her a love that feels alive, fearless, and ready to fight for her. Two brothers, two promises, two lives pulling her in opposite directions. And now, time has run out. The season has shown us stolen moments where eyes spoke louder than words, nights under the stars, days filled with tension that felt impossible to ignore. There have been fights that cut deep, words that could never be taken back, and tears that fell harder because they were mixed with love. All those moments were small sparks, and now they've caught fire. In Episode 12, there is no escape from the flames. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't about summer anymore, it's about forever. For Conrad, the weight of his past mistakes has been crushing him. He's lost before, and he knows what it feels like to let someone slip away. Every quiet glance, every unfinished sentence he's held back from Belly has been building to this point. Jeremiah, on the other hand, refuses to stay silent. His love has always been loud, unafraid, and unrelenting. He's not afraid to put his heart on the line, even if it means risking everything he has with his brother and Belly. She feels the storm from both sides. Every time she looks at Conrad, memories of their history pull her in, whispering promises of what could have been if timing had been kinder. Every time Jeremiah's hand finds hers, the future feels possible, hopeful, alive with the kind of love that doesn't wait for the perfect moment, it creates it. But in choosing one, she is bound to break the other. That's the cruel truth of love triangles. Someone always ends up with shattered pieces. As the finale builds, every scene feels sharper, more dangerous, more raw. Conrad's silence no longer feels protective, it feels like fear. Jeremiah's boldness no longer feels like charm, it feels like desperation. And Belly's confusion no longer feels innocent, it feels like the weight of destiny pressing down on her. In episode 12, these emotions collide, leaving no room for hesitation, but love isn't just about feelings, it's about timing. And episode 12 is about that one impossible moment when timing demands an answer. The whispers of the season turn into declarations. The secrets of the past rise like waves crashing against the shore. Every choice that's been avoided, every truth that's been hidden, now demands to be faced. The beach, once a place of childhood joy, becomes the backdrop for the most grown-up decision of their lives. Sand between their toes, the sound of the ocean in the distance, it all feels too beautiful, too fragile for what's about to happen. And yet, maybe that's the point. Love is never perfect. It's messy, it's painful, it's breathtaking. And now, one proposal will turn Cousins Beach into the setting of a choice that no one can take back, because in the end, this isn't just Belly's story. It's Conrad's heartbreak, Jeremiah's gamble, and the fragile thread of a family that may never recover. It's the story of love that refuses to be quiet, no matter the cost. And in episode 12, the cost will be everything. There comes a point in every love story where hesitation ends, where words that have been circling in silence must finally be spoken out loud. That moment, the one fans have been waiting for, arrives in Season 3, Episode 12, a proposal. But not just any proposal, a confession that risks everything, a question that cannot be taken back, a promise that could change the future forever. The episode builds like a slow-burning fire. The night air at Cousins Beach feels heavier than usual, as though even the ocean knows something life-changing is about to happen. The stars above shine brighter, almost mocking the fragile hearts below. Belly, caught between two tides, Conrad's quiet, unresolved love and Jeremiah's fierce determination, finds herself standing in the middle of a choice that has been written in every glance, every touch, every argument of the season. And then one of them breaks the silence. It doesn't come with music or a grand gesture at first. It comes with a look, a tremor in the voice, a pause before the words finally fall. I can't lose you. Not again. Not this time. Suddenly, the walls that have kept feelings hidden crumble in a heartbeat. The scene feels impossibly intimate, just two people standing beneath the wide-open night sky, but the weight of the entire season pressing on their shoulders. The proposal isn't just about romance, it's about redemption, about finally putting all the unspoken words into a single promise. For Conrad, it's about proving that love doesn't have to stay trapped in silence, that his fear of loss can be transformed into courage. For Jeremiah, it's about showing that his reckless, passionate love is steady enough to build a life on. For Belly, it's about realizing that love is no longer something she can float between, it's something she must claim, fully and without regret. The beauty of this moment is its fragility. One knee bent in the sand, hands trembling, a voice breaking as the words escape. Will you marry me? It's not just a question, it's a surrender. It's the point where love stops being safe and starts being dangerous, because the answer could either heal years of heartbreak or destroy what little is left to hold on to. But the scene isn't without tension. While the proposal plays out, shadows linger on the edges. Somewhere, someone else watches, someone else breaks silently under the weight of what's happening. That's the cruelty of love triangles. One person's forever is another person's goodbye. And in this episode, the goodbye will hurt just as much as the promise. Visually, the moment will feel breathtaking even in its simplicity. The beach, quiet except for the soft crash of waves. The wind tugging at clothes, hair, voices. A ring, whether small, simple, or grand, doesn't matter. What matters is the raw, unpolished truth of the act itself. The character proposing isn't just offering a future. They're laying bare every wound, every hope, every dream, in front of the one person who can either heal them or break them completely, and that's where the cliffhanger lies. We don't hear the answer right away. Instead, the screen lingers on the shock in Belly's eyes, the hesitation in her breath, the tears that blur her vision. We're left suspended, wondering which way her heart will turn. Is it the familiar ache of Conrad, the boy who has always been part of her story? Or is it Jeremiah, the light she never expected to find but who never stopped chasing her? The proposal is not the end, it's the spark that sets fire to everything left standing. Because no matter her answer, someone will be left broken. And fans know this truth. Cousins Beach will never be the same after that moment. Episode 12 dares to ask the impossible. What happens when love is forced into a single choice? When forever becomes a word hanging in the salty night air, waiting for a whisper of yes or no. The proposal isn't just about love, it's about the courage to risk it all. And once the question is asked, there's no going back. Some endings feel quiet, like a book closing softly. But not this one. Episode 12 of Season 3 doesn't whisper, it roars. It leaves behind a silence so heavy that fans will be holding their breath long after the screen fades to black. Because this isn't just the end of a summer, it's the end of innocence, the end of uncertainty, and the beginning of a future no one can fully predict. The proposal is not a neat bow tied on the story. It's a crack in the world of Cousins Beach, a decision that shakes every bond, every friendship, every fragile thread holding these characters together. For Conrad, it means facing the deepest question of his life, whether the love he kept locked inside has already slipped through his fingers. For Jeremiah, it's a test of whether his loud, fearless heart can finally prove that stability can come from fire. And for Belly, it's a mirror reflecting back the hardest truth. When you say yes to one, you're saying goodbye to the other, forever. This is where the show dares to remind us what makes love stories unforgettable. It's not perfection. It's the heartbreak, the choices, the mistakes we can't undo. It's the way love forces us to leap, even when we can't see the ground. And in episode 12, someone leaps. Someone chooses. Someone risks everything for the chance of forever, but what about the cost? Because behind every proposal is a sacrifice. Behind every promise of forever is someone left in the shadows, carrying the weight of rejection, heartbreak, and unspoken dreams. That's the tragedy and the beauty of this finale. No matter what happens, not everyone gets their happy ending. As the episode closes, the screen doesn't give us relief. It gives us questions. What will Belly choose? Will love truly conquer the past, or will history repeat itself in crueler ways? Will Conrad's silence finally turn into words too late to matter? Will Jeremiah's fire burn bright or burn out? And perhaps the most haunting question of all, can love survive when it's built on heartbreak? The finale demands that we, as fans, take a side. The battle lines are clear. Team Conrad versus Team Jeremiah. The proposal is more than just a story, it's a call for loyalty, for belief in the future you see for Belly. Every glance, every pause, every word in episode 12 is a reminder that your side matters. Because love stories live on in the hearts of those who believe in them, and that's why you can't miss it. Season 3, Episode 12 isn't just another episode, it's the one fans will be talking about for years. It's the proposal that changes everything, the decision that rewrites the future of Cousins Beach, the summer that started with laughter ends with a question that will echo forever. Will you marry me? So choose your side. Share your voice. Are you Team Conrad, holding on to the weight of history and unspoken love? Or are you Team Jeremiah, ready to fight for a love that refuses to wait? Drop your answer, shout it loud, and let the world know whose forever you believe in, because this isn't just a show, it's your summer too. And in this story, every fan carries the weight of the proposal. Don't blink. Don't walk away. And above all, don't miss The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episode 12, The Proposal. The beginning of an ending. The moment that will break hearts, mend others, and change everything, forever.